Okay. Hi, this is Crom from Good Aikido, and let me introduce my friend here. He's his
I
Aries Supremo. He's from Manila. He's been a very long, old friend of mine, and we talk about Aikido a lot. How are you,
yeah.
Aries?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. A little bit tired because of work, but
Yeah.
anything for you, man.
Oh,
Anything for
thanks.
you.
So in case you want to know, Aries and I have been talking about Aikido
Mm,
and how Aikido, well, for the lack of a better word, is pictured as a soft martial art.
mm,
And the Aikido that Aris and I are doing, which is Iwama Aikido, Iwama Ryu, it's not soft at all.
mm.
Uh, Aris and I went to Japan and became uchi deshis, and we were just talking about different ways of how Aikido is painted. And one of them is it's a dance. It's I'm to be honest, man, I'm so sick of it.
I guess every Iwama guy practitioner, right,
Yeah.
is sick and tired of that kind of reputation of Aikido. Because
Uh-huh.
they know that the Aikido really works anyway.
I know. One of the things that we do a lot, man, that not a lot of people know is the Iwama Aikido grip.
Mm,
That's full power.
yeah.
Uh, we practice a lot of kihon. Kihon
Mm,
is like the beginning of the basic parts of it.
mm,
And the idea is you grab someone
mm.
and they can't move.
That's correct.
Bro, can you elaborate on what you said before? Like, normally we you do the technique or you
Mm,
grab and then you move and then you do
mm,
EQ and EQ. So,
mm.
you said you reversed that. Maybe I'm misrepresenting. Can you explain that again, bro?
Okay, because they always think that the technique starts when the attacker grabs you or try to do something to you.
Yeah.
That's basically the not really just perhaps 50% true. The other 50% is like the Aikido starts with the attack. So the
Mm.
secret of Aikido is really not on the techniques, but on the attack.
Yeah.
So when I try to attack you using Aikido techniques, I should grab you wherein you will be immobilized. I
Mm.
can hit you with atemi while I'm safe from your attacks.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
So that's how the Aikido really starts.
Mm.
That's why we are being taught how to neutralize the proper attacks.
Yeah.
You're also being taught how to attack properly first.
Correct.
So in some ways, in boxing, right, you are taught how to properly punch first. You know, jab straight, not from here, not from here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you start with the proper pocket punching.
Uh-huh.
In Aikido, you start with the proper attack, which is how to grab someone, how to hit someone properly. And then from there, then you learn the technique, how to neutralize those attacks.
Mm.
But it starts with the attack, the proper attack. So in some ways, right, when you do this, right, supposedly it's, you know, it shouldn't take more than 10 seconds after I grab your shoulder, I hit you on the neck, on the nape, and
Mm.
you're supposed to go down. But that's basically the concept behind that. Because in the olden days, right, I grab your shoulder, I grab my tanto and just
Go for it. Yeah, yeah,
go
exactly.
for the juggler
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
or jugular or here or the nape, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it, and finish.
That's it.
So you don't go as an old master would say, right? Any fight beyond one minute is not a fight. You gotta finish it in less than 1 minute, right?
Mm-mm.
So that's how Aikido that's why Aikido will work.
Mm.
The next problem, I think I shared it to you, right? That some of the techniques that they use, right? I mean, some of those like Aikido versus this versus that.
Mm-hmm.
I think again the analogy is that if you fight a shark in the water, you're gonna lose. If you fight a lion in the land, you're gonna lose, right? So it should be vice versa. Do not let them dictate the situation. So
Mm.
you know that this guy is a grappler. Why would I do grappling with this guy?
Mm.
This guy is striker. Why would I do striking with him? right? So how do you deal with a boxer? Then immobilize him by doing the proper grabs, proper
Mm,
Aikido techniques, like morote, like ryokata or ryote, right?
mm,
So don't most people would like right bro, right? Most people would think like, okay, I'm gonna catch the punch.
catch. Oh my God! Every time I hear that, like, mm,
And I've been boxing longer than I've been doing Aikido, man.
yeah, yeah.
I can't catch a punch.
No, you can. Maybe I haven't been boxing as long as you have, but I've been boxing a lot as well, and I, I no, you just it's not easy
It's not
to
easy, yeah.
punch.
Yeah.
It's
It can.
ineffective. You
You
can,
can. Yeah, you can. But
yeah, it's
yeah.
possible. Pero is that the objective? The objective,
No. The objective is to exactly. You're right,
correct.
you're right.
Correct. The source of the problem is the human being throwing the punch.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's the one. That's the
Yeah.
person. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
person. This is the problem, but
Yeah.
that's the source of the problem.
Correct. Correct.
So if you focus on the problem and not on the source of the problem will keep on going. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
that's the reason why that a lot of people would fail using the Aikido because they're not they again as mentioned a while ago, right? Like in basketball, right? You go to the free throw line,
mm,
then you shoot the ball. Boom, right?
mm,
They said nothing but the net. And then
yeah,
again, boom, right? Nothing but the net again. But when you play, and you're being guarded, right? You don't do like this. The
yeah,
other guy will block you.
yeah. There'll be a hand there trying to
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. So you do the setup, fake, move, right? Lateral moves. Then then you take the shot.
Mm,
In a fight, same, right? You don't do the Aikido techniques like just throwing candies to a baby, right? You do this. You set it up first. You set it properly, then the technique will work.
yeah,
But if you just doing, I will do kotegashi with this guy who's like his arms doing this
yeah.
without any setup, right?
That's not gonna
Before
work.
you can do the kotegashi, the other one would have landed on your face, squarely on your face, right?
Yep.
That's why, right? It's always set it up properly,
Mm-hmm.
then do the technique. Not that they always think that the technique will always. Even a boxer, bro. Even a boxer, right? You've been boxing. I've been boxing. If I'm gonna punch you,
Mm-hmm.
you're just gonna block it or weave, right? Weave left, weave right, right?
Or parry.
It's not gonna hit you,
Mm,
right? So I have to set it up first. So how
mm,
do I set it up? I do the fakes.
mm-hmm.
I throw a jab,
Mm-hmm.
learn how you move, and then after I learn how you do that, then my right hand will come and another jab will come in.
Yeah.
That's how it works,
Mm-hmm.
right? For whatever reason, a lot of Aikido people will think that the Aikido techniques are like every time you punch, 100% it will work. It's gonna hit.
Mm. One of the points that I keep on hearing is like, yeah, if somebody's really gonna punch,
Mm.
that's when Aikido works. True, because that's one punch where the Owase is so good that you can do your Aikido, right? Pero, which one is that? Because I don't know about you, man. That's a lot of punches gonna be coming there. Huh? So which one is that? What do you think, bro?
The concept behind that is that the intent of the attacker is that it's full force, and
Yeah.
then Aikido will work.
Mm.
But Sensei never said that, hey, for your Aikido to work, it has to be fully committed attack.
Did he say that? Because a lot of people said he did, but I can't read Japanese. I've never heard him say it.
Yeah, he never said anything
Is
like
that
that.
I don't know,
No,
China,
again,
first?
because they thought that how should I say this? Again, they thought that Aikido starts with the defending the attack,
Mm.
right? So going back again. So if the guy you think will punch you, right? Why wait? Why stand there and wait?
No. Yeah.
So give him a tap to the face, grab the hand, do or grab the shoulder, immobilize him by your attack, then you can attack and you're free from his attacks,
Mm.
right? So why wait for the attack,
Mm.
right? if some, for example, bro, you are armed with a 9 millimeter pistol. I am also armed with a 9 millimeter pistol.
Mm.
Will you wait for me to grab my gun
No way, man.
and then say, I'm gonna go do a somersault, then shoot you in the head? No, right?
Mm.
But the moment I go for my gun, you grab my hand, the
Yeah,
one grabbing the gun, right? Right.
yeah, yeah.
And then you try to get then to try draw your own gun and then put on my head, on my or on my chest, whatever, wherever, right?
Mm.
So again, try the immobilize first, the attacking person,
I like that.
then do the techniques. That's a concept. It's always been a martial art concept, right? Judo same way, right? Boxing
Mm.
same way. If he's gonna punch, the other guy would whip and then counter attack, right?
Ah, uh-huh.
Right. But only in Aikido, at least in some worlds of Aikido, they think that a boxer's jab and a straight punch would be 100% would hit and land on the face of the opponent.
Mm.
But even Manny Pacquiao, a world champion several times, right?
Mm.
He's not even 50% of his punches
Mm.
thrown,
Mm.
right? They have this, right? They have this analytics, right? I think Manny Pacquiao hits about 30-40%.
Wow.
It's still with the proper setup.
Ah.
Yeah.
And also, it's also very difficult because have you seen Pacquiao punch, man? Like the sheer amount of punches and
Mm,
the speed
mm,
that comes in.
mm,
Like by the time you look for the full intentional
mm.
punches, he's probably landed a few. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe you can awase on one or two.
Mm,
Maybe. Yeah. But by that stage, you need to stop those punches coming in
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because it keeps on coming in. Yeah.
yeah. If you're
So,
gonna fight Manny Pacquiao, right? Are you gonna fight him with boxing,
nah, man. I'll find a
right?
pocket, man. Because I know he won't be able to handle that. So,
Yeah,
um,
you,
yeah,
you keep the distance from Manny Pacquiao. So that's a good thing about by the way the BJJ, right? The BJJ they will for them to neutralize a striker, they will
yeah,
cover everything,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
They cover everything. Then they will go in. They will go in. So the moment they're in, you are in their element.
Mm,
Right? This time, the shark is now on land, and now he is the right. He is now the predator, not the shark,
mm.
because he's now gonna bring it to the ground.
So he gets in. The BJJ guy will go into the pocket where the punches are no longer,
Effective, yeah.
effective because it's too short. It's too close, and
Exactly.
you
Exactly.
can't really punch. You can't punch that way, but
Right.
it's pretty useless.
It's just gonna tire you. It's
Yeah,
he you can yeah. Of course, still gonna be painful, right? But it won't be a knockdown punch.
yeah,
See, they're gonna come in. What do you do? Like, and then now he's not inside you, right? So if he's inside you, you're in his element. You're dead.
yeah.
That's a concept missing. That is the concept that is missing to a lot of Aikido guys.
Mm.
What is the element of Aikido? Right? Where is that element? Are
I
we
think
on
it's
land or are we on?
between I think it's between wrestling and boxing.
Yeah,
That's that element of Aikido.
yeah.
You
But
know
they're
when
always thinking, bro. They're always thinking of Kotigaishi, Iriminage, Kokyunage, instead of they're thinking, where will I grab this guy where I can punch him and he cannot punch back?
yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Instead of how do I immobilize this guy where I can, use my knife and he can't? That's the concept that they're still missing with a lot of Kaido people. We're not saying that we are warriors, right? We're just saying that hey,
Oh, yeah, we're probably I wrote an article the other day and it's
mm,
getting a lot of readers and I was
mm,
thank you by the way if you read it. Thank you. I
mhm,
write that from the bottom of my heart. And I
mm,
meant it that
mm.
Iwama Aikido is the Aikido that keeps its martial form.
That's correct. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
To the point where us in Iwama Aikido
Mm.
are obsessed,
Yeah,
obsessed with keeping that form.
yeah,
Because it has to work, man.
yeah. That's
I
the
think
word.
we're one of the few Aikido styles. I don't know, can you think of another style that I will not fall if you can't move me?
No.
I don't know because I've
That's a
tried.
good point, by the way, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Um,
Like I've done. You know, I'm friends with some Tomiki guys. I'm friends with a lot of Aikikai guys.
you know what okemi is
Yeah.
to the other martial arts, right?
What's that?
For example, boxing and Muay Thai, right? You are practicing to be knocked down, right? You are receiving the techniques of Aikido.
Yeah.
That's why you go down.
Mm,
If you receive a technique from a boxer or Muay Thai, you are knocked out or you go down.
mm,
So why spend like half an hour, 1 hour of trying to what's this? Um, it's like receiving an attack. Why spend that much? Why not spend your time trying to set up an attack and neutralize the attacker?
mm.
Right? You do not see boxers in Muay Thai practicing how to get knocked out. That's something that's really
That's a
something
very
that
good point, man.
it baffles me, bro. It baffles me. Like, excuse my friends, but hey,
Yeah, true,
even the
right.
BJJ guys, even the wrestlers, they
Mm,
don't practice getting pinned. They don't practice getting this armbar, whatever. They practice how to do an armbar, how to pin. That's what they practice. But in most Aikido, they practice how to receive the attack, which is
mm,
basically
mm,
useless
mm.
in an attack.
You
I
know
mean,
what
useless
really
in doing the
bothers
fight.
me with a lot of our fellow Aikidoka is if you didn't get thrown,
Mm.
why throw yourself? You know, I do not get that. I really do not get that. Some,
The theory behind them or the principle behind that is that
yeah,
because you're helping your partner learn the technique.
you're helping your partner to learn the wrong technique.
Right. Well, don't say it. Don't say it. It's wrong technique. But you're trying
Oh,
to teach. They're trying to learn something that
mm,
they thought that a technique that they thought will work. For example, a boxer,
mm,
you say
mm.
again, okay, you punch me, Cromwell, hits you here, and
Right. Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I
no,
got that Cromwell. That's
mm,
it. But you don't. The boxer don't. They don't practice that way. They practice full force and everything. They
yeah.
know it will work, right?
Like I get it. You don't go 110% like a bout,
That's right. Yeah.
and I really believe that as well. And maybe a lot of people would disagree with me in this one.
No,
Keiko,
that's
Keiko,
supposed to be, bro. The concept behind that was that it's correct. That was correct.
mm,
That means, hey, okay, do the technique first to me. For example, Kotegashi, right?
mm,
At the moment I feel the technique, then I go down, right?
mm,
So that was the intent.
mm.
Do not resist because resisting is like it's you're already countering. Then it's
Yeah,
another
and now also
level,
it,
right?
it's if you over resist anyway, you'll injure
Yeah.
yourself, right? I get that.
That or is that it's no longer helping the other one, right?
Mm,
But the point is that because it's been from you've been out of the concept again of that the spring water. The further you are from the spring water, the more clear the water is.
mm,
Okay, so the thing is like, oh, okay, I wait for it, then boom, then later on you're like somewhere down the river, right?
mm.
And just they grab your arm or this wrist to do kotegashi, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
and the other guy says, oh, that works in the dojo, should work with the other guys. So there was this I will not mention which school they are.
Yeah.
So he's like a fourth dan or a yon dan. Came to the dojo. Very nice guy. Don't get me wrong. Very, very nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you met Hill, right?
Which one?
Guillermo
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
About our 300-pound guy.
Yeah. He's a giant.
Yeah, beefy and meaty, right?
Yeah,
Those
a good guy, and he snores
very
like
good
a
guy. Yeah, very good guy. So
good
we
guy.
were doing, Saito Sensei was teaching eh, Shihonage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He grabs Katatetori Shihonage, grab, turn. And then the guy was still standing like this. I mean, heel was still standing, and he was like, "Go down, go down."
Oh
and
dear.
heel was like, "Uh, go down. Why? You're supposed to go down.
uh,
Why?
yeah,
Why?"
but you haven't got me. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
see the concept, right? Like
Yeah.
go down. Like no,
I
can't
mean,
go down.
Morihiro Saito Sensei said,
Mm,
if it's too much, ease off so the other
that's
person
right.
learns.
Yeah.
But that's different. You
Yeah,
know,
it's different.
that's a varying degree of,
Yeah.
let's say you're in Shionage
Mm.
and the force is going down, not going around like that,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Right.
So they're forcing down and it's
Yeah.
against your feet, against your
Yeah.
leg. And then, but that's now, it no longer
So
works.
the concept actually, well, the what's this? The idea behind that is that if you're a senior guy and you're trying to and you're partner with a
Koha.
junior, right?
Mm-mm.
You don't pull the guy to your level. This was taught by Hitohiro Saito Sensei, and I also got this from Deli Sensei. You go down to his level, then
Mm.
together you go up.
Yes, I
Don't
like
pull him
that.
up.
Yeah, Mick Morelli said that a lot as well.
Oh, see,
You
yeah,
bring them with,
yeah,
yeah,
and
but together, yeah, together.
together you. So I have a lot of respect with these guys, Mick,
Oh man,
Dennis,
they're
and
best teachers, man.
Hitohiro Saito Sensei, and
Yeah.
of course advertisement Simon as well.
But yeah, another thing that, by the way, guys,
Mm.
whoever's watching this, Aries and I are also talking about what's up with Aikido versus videos, right? By the way,
Aikido versus sorry,
Aikido versus
karate, yeah.
Aikido versus whatever martial art it is, video, right?
Yeah.
By the way, guys, Aikido world, if you're listening to this, if you're gonna spar with karate or BJJ, take off your bloody hakama. Okay, take it off before you go and start sparring.
Yeah. But
Just
hey,
take
by
it
the way,
off.
guys,
Yeah,
I'd
that,
seen guys as well who are, of course, they took up the hakama.
yeah,
They took up the hakama, that's for sure.
yeah.
I've seen guys from other school as well,
Mm,
really good ones. They know the concept of Aikido properly, and they have applied their Aikido on the in real world. I mean, in a real world scenario. It's
mm,
the truth is still there. Still, truth's out there, right? It's just how do I do this? How do I do this?
yeah.
Right. It also, it's corollary to that, right? There are also bad Iwama Aikido people.
Oh yeah, I've seen, and okay, I made another video on this one because the most common question I get
Mm,
from the internet anyway, is does Aikido work? Or is
mm,
Aikido effective?
mm,
And I think we had a conversation a month ago on this one.
mm.
I stopped defending Aikido because I there's bad Aikido people, right?
uh,
The same as there's a lot of good Aikido people too,
yeah, yeah.
right? And I'm sick of defending the bad Aikido people because they're bad. They're not very good, and I don't need to defend the good ones, right?
Yeah.
And I'll go back to my point now, which is Aikido effective? I got I keep on saying this again and again.
Mm.
It's not about the art, it's the artist,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good point. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
because okay, I've already said in another video. Okay, it's like asking, is
Mm.
Mercedes better than BMW?
W.
Or
Ferrari,
who's driving?
I'll go Ferrari.
The-
No, there's this guy. He
yeah,
seems to be a nice guy. I think he studied for like 15 years in Aikido. Then he has a school, and then about there's a certain point of time he kind of doubted this Aikido.
yeah,
So he went to an MMA guy, and he was technically demolished, right? Because he
yeah.
was trying to catch the punch, So then he started training. He's in YouTube. Started training MMA, and then
Is that Remy, that guy
yeah, like
that
Remy, something like that. Yeah,
Remy? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. But again, because he learned a bad concept or
Mhm.
he kind of trained Aikido the bad way. That's
Yeah.
why he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Mm.
And he was just, the MMA guy was just all over him.
Yeah.
Right? As if he doesn't, he can't do anything. Can't do
Mm.
anything.
And there's a
Will
lot
I
of
will I will I will I be a better fighter if I go to the MMA guy? Yeah. Can I beat the MMA? Maybe not. But I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be as bad as him.
or you'll find I guess you will find a point of that. I mean that it's like all bouts and sparring and fights. You'll find where you're gonna win or where you're gonna
Yeah.
prevail. It's
Yeah.
probably a better word, prevail. Yeah.
Prevent. Yeah. Yeah.
Um it's because in Aikido it's not about winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's and my other sensei, Gibson Sensei, said it's Aikido we don't win because it's not a sport really,
Mm. Mm.
but we prevail. Yeah, we
Mm.
control the situation.
Mm.
We are in a situation where um, we want to go back to a point where there's no more fighting,
Mm.
and that's the point.
Mm.
That's the point in that one. So,
That's a really good one, right? Uh, it's also funny, right, that a lot of people doing Aikido said two things, right? There is no fighting in Aikido,
yeah.
and there are no attacks in Aikido,
How can that be a martial art if there's no fighting in Aikido?
right? But every time you ask them, it's like a Bible, right? Hey, where is that in the Bible, right? So it's like, oh, okay, guys. So where can you see Uesaba Shinsei, right? O Sensei
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
there are no attacks in Aikido.
yeah. Where did that come from?
I
Did
don't
they
know.
actually say that?
I haven't heard them. I haven't seen anything like that. What
Yeah,
he said was like is like there is like the concept of peace, right? In Aikido. It's a concept of peace. It's a peaceful art.
yeah.
But it doesn't mean that um
You're gonna turn the other cheek.
yeah.
It's
If
not
you if
Christian peace, which is turn the other cheek, right?
now the other one other guy that I really like as well, Tristan Sensei, right? Tristan Sensei is a very nice guy,
Mm.
and his Aikido is really good. Right? And he said, those guys saying that Aries, they haven't seen O Sensei.
Really?
Yeah, he said, O Sensei's reputation in Iwama is one crazy old dude,
Yeah, that's what.
scary dude.
Yeah,
And
that's what
that's
I heard.
why his house before, people try to avoid going to that area because they were afraid of O Sensei.
What did he do? Do you know? Or
Well, because he's a crazy guy. I mean, excuse me, O Sensei, but I'm not saying he's crazy or mentally crazy, right? But because his eyes, Assistant Sensei would say, and even Dennis Sensei would say this, right? I think Danny Sensei met him once or twice in Hombu Dojo. He said it's it's scary to look at to look into his eyes.
mm.
It's so piercing.
Yeah, Hitohiro Sensei said that too.
See, it's
Mm.
scary, man. So if you're like a 7 or 8 year old kid, right, and that guy, right, is scary, would you go to his house? No way, right?
Mm.
And then these guys like, oh, Osage is all about peace and love, no attacks and no fighting in Aikido. Yeah, sure.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe this is what he meant. Um, don't fight.
No, what he
As
meant
simple
was
as that. Like I mean, what I'm trying to say. Maybe I'm misrepresenting what I'm trying to say, and I'm not articulating this properly. Like train, do your budo, do your
mm,
training, your keiko, like
mm,
fully, like really get into it,
mm.
and stop fighting amongst yourselves.
No, what he said was
Is that what he meant by that?
the Aikido is an instrument of peace.
I like that.
Yeah. So okay, it's an instrument of peace, right?
Very Franciscan.
Right, very much is.
Mm.
But he did not say that there are no attacks in Aikido. Because if it is, right, what
But
happens to Katatitori, Ryokata,
yeah, exactly
Ryote,
right. Yeah.
right?
How
What
about
happens to
initiating
Atemi?
a full-on, you know,
Yeah. How about that
tournament?
Atemi to the face?
Yeah,
Those are Aikido attacks. Right?
because that doesn't add up when people
Yeah,
go.
that's it. Yeah.
It doesn't add up when people go. It's only defense. I'm going.
So there are these like questions in the internet, right?
Mm.
If your Aikido really works, what do you do if you're in a train and somebody is like verbally abusing you? The other guy would say, "Oh, I will use my Aikido." So how would you do that? Sorry, excuse me. Yeah. So how would you do that? Oh, it's very simple, right? I will apply the concept, the principle of peace, and will not try to fight him. Oh, yeah, you just turn Aikido to a psychologist. So is that Aikido? No, that's not Aikido. So 20 years of training like Okemi train, the Okemi training again. And you're like, oh, sorry, there's no fight in Aikido. Well, should I do my Okemi or Ushiro Okemi so that you'll be entertained?
I just want to add that before we wrap up on this video.
Sure.
And by the way, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have more of this, man. So
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's
I really think O Sensei just said, just chill, man. Stop fighting amongst each other.
mm,
Maybe
mm,
that's what he meant.
mm.
Yeah. But he did say train well, really get into your training because
Yeah,
it's almost like a personal development. He
yeah,
removed competition so you can work on yourself.
yeah.
And
Well,
I believe,
basically there's really no competition in Aikido, right? From the very start.
mm,
So, that's how it started anyway.
yeah, that's how it started anyway. I mean, there's Tomiki Aikido, but
Yeah.
Tomiki Sensei is a judo guy too, so
Yeah.
he needed to do that. So, anyway, man, I think that's a
Oh,
wrap for
before
today.
we go, right? If
Okay.
we if we're going to apply the concept of the what they've been practicing with Aikido to Judo, this is what will happen. I will grab your gi,
Yep.
shoulder, and grab you on the hips. And before I could set it up to throw you, my partner is gonna be jumping. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I
He's
know what
already
you mean.
jumping. Okay, then my judo works then.
It-
You know what it means. You know what I, you
I
know,
know what
you
you
know what I'm
mean.
talking about.
And that's what I mean. And that's the main difference
Mm,
between us Iwama guys,
yeah.
Iwama Aikido guys,
Mm, mm,
because we don't jump.
mm,
We won't didn't jump.
mm.
Yeah, I mean we won't be total assholes about it,
Yeah.
but we will not jump for the sake of jumping.
Yes, right.
You know what I mean? If I want to jump, I'll play basketball. You know?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Anyway,
thank you very
bro.
much, guys.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Aries,
you.
for coming. Uh, Looking forward to another conversation. This is
Same
Crom
here.
Salvatera from Good Aikido, and this is Aries from what's the name of your dojo again?
Dojo Supremo.
Nice, and that's in Manila. So if
Yeah.
you want to get some real good Aikido, Iwama Aikido. And you also do some BJJ. You also do some boxing, right?
I do catch wrestling and luta libre. So
Nice.
the luta libre is the catch wrestling of Brazilian catch wrestling.
Mm.
I do boxing and Muay Thai, but and also Arnis, of course,
Nice.
the Filipino martial arts.
Oh man, next time I go to Philippines, I'm really gonna pick up those arnis
Oh
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. You should.
so.
You
Anyway, for
should.
now, thank you very
Yep.
much for watching. Speak to you guys soon. Have a good one. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.